Today's live English stream will start in a few moments. For those waiting for today's live stream, it will begin in a few moments. Don't go away. Today's live stream will begin in a few moments. Be patient. Today's live English stream will begin in a few moments. Don't go away. Today's live stream will begin shortly. Don't go away. Stay around. Please don't leave me. Today's live stream will begin in a few moments. Are you ready? Let's begin. Ooh. Oh, hello there. Hi everybody. This is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Well, are you happy? I really hope so. Here we go then. We are now live on YouTube. It is just 5 minutes past 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in England. I hope you are having a good day. I wasn't sure if I was going to come on because we've had rain all morning here in the UK. It's been raining all morning. Can you believe it? Can you believe we've had nothing but rain? However, 20 minutes ago, the rain stopped suddenly. Amazing. It was like something miraculous was happening. So the rain has stopped, and I thought I would come out for a little walk around where I live. I am now in the countryside, and it's so cold. Can I just say, it is absolutely freezing cold. It is so cold, my nose is running. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. Before anyone says, Mr. Duncan, what's wrong with your nose? You must go back home now. It's okay. It is just the effect of being outside in the cold weather, okay? I am perfectly all right. I'm 100% well. I'm okay. I'm super duper. And I hope you are as well. I hope you are dealing with these very strange times in your own special way. And of course, stay relaxed, keep calm, and remember to wash your hands. So here we are then. All week I have been doing some live streams, my normal live streams, and also I have been doing some special live streams because many people now around the world are having to stay at home, including me. However, it doesn't mean you can't go outside. So fortunately, where I live, fortunately, in the area where I live, there aren't many people. So I can come outside and have a walk in the wildlife. I can enjoy nature in all her glory. So I hope you are enjoying yourself right now. So sit down, relax, forget about all the problems in the world, and we will have a good time here on YouTube. Hello to the live chat. I suppose I should say hello to everyone. Lots of people already joining me live on YouTube. Yes, it is now Thursday, the 19th of March 2020. Hello to everyone. Hello, Zudzika. Hello to you. Nice to see you here today. You are first on the live chat. Hooray! 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 Whee! Yeah! Hello to everyone on the live chat. A lot of people already saying hello to me now. Hello also to Black Gacha. Also, hello to Vitas. Hello, Vitas. Hello to you as well. Hello to Nien Pham T Thuy, who is watching in Vietnam. Hello to you as well. Hello also to I Am Trawlerman. Be careful what you're doing, Mr. Duncan. Be careful of what you're doing in England. I'm okay. I'm in the countryside. I am far away from everyone. So I am completely safe. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about me. Just take care of yourself. Okay, is that a deal? I hope so. Hello, Martha. Hello, Luis Mendez is here today. A big bonjour to you. Hello, Sweetness. I hope you are doing well. Safe and clear. Yes, I am all of those things, fortunately. Hugh Tran Trong says, hello, first, like. Oh yes, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like this video. Can you please give me a lovely thumbs up? And if you give me one of these, it means YouTube will share this video with more people. And yes, it is true. As I said yesterday, we are living through some very strange times, some very unusual periods of time indeed. So I hope where you are okay. Can I just tell you something? Yesterday, Mr. Steve decided to go out to do some shopping last night, and I went with him into town, and the town, Much Wenlock, the place in which I live, was empty, virtually empty. And we went into one of the shops that is still open. So fortunately, the shop was open. However, many of the things were missing from the shelves. There was no bread, no bread whatsoever, unfortunately. However, there was some milk. So we got some milk. I got a little bit of chocolate, and that was it really. We didn't really need anything else. So the only thing we really needed to buy yesterday was chocolate and milk. So we are okay. So we've got 2 bottles of milk at home now to keep us going for the next 2 or 3 days. So to be honest with you, we are not panic buying. So Mr. Steve and myself, we have been very calm and very collected, to be honest. We have stayed calm. We have kept our cool. Harnujuin or Harnuin asks, where are you now? I am in the countryside. I am in the forest. I am in a place called Much Wenlock. And yes, I am far away from other people. Just in case you are worried, just in case you are wondering if I'm okay, I am all right. I'm 100% well. Mr. Steve is off from work. However, because he's at home, he still has to do work. So this morning, Mr. Steve was giving a presentation on his computer. So this is the thing about technology nowadays. Many people are still able to work. So lots of people are still able to work because of this, because of the technology that exists around us. Many people can still carry on doing their work. So I am continuing to do my work. If anything, I am doing more work than usual. Because having the internet and having my lovely mobile phone means that I can keep in touch with you all the time, even if I am at home all the time as well. So I can be with you every day, 7 days a week, maybe even 24 hours a day. Who knows? Who knows what will happen in these strange times? Don't you think so? So what about you? What are you doing whilst you are sitting at home, whilst you are in your house? What are you doing? Can you tell me? How are you passing the time away? How are you spending your time during this very strange period? By the way, if I sneeze, again, don't worry. I am surrounded at the moment by garlic. So all around me, if you look in the distance, all of the green around me is actually garlic. Can you believe it? So everything around me is actually garlic. So if you can see green, that is garlic. It really is. Jamelia says, Mr. Duncan, I can see that spring is around the corner in Much Wenlock. It's true, yes. Spring is definitely just around the corner. So the wild garlic is now growing all around me. The only problem is the smell of the garlic goes up my nose. And as you know, my nose is very sensitive. So that's what happens. So I'm in the countryside. I am far away from other people. So you don't have to worry about me becoming unwell, because I won't. Have you tried to eat the garlic behind you? Yes, in the past, we have put the garlic on, well, we've put it in soup. So you can actually put this wild garlic behind me in soup. So you can use this for cooking. You can actually use it for cooking and garnishing food. Anna says, I'm a little busy at the moment, but I don't know if I can chat with you. Anyway, I've just given you a like. Yes, can you give me lots of likes, please? So give me a super duper thumbs up, and then more people on YouTube will get to see my videos. Yes, there is a bird just above my head. Hello, hello Mr. Bird, or Mrs. Bird. It is a busy time of year for the birds because they are all preparing to build their nests and lay their eggs, and also they are getting ready to raise their chicks as well. So however, at the moment, the birds are actually at the moment preparing to mate. So many birds are getting together and they will prepare to build their nest. Hello to the live chat. I know lots of people are here, but what are you doing at the moment? How are you spending this time? What are you doing during this period of time. If you look above my head, see the lovely view. Just a moment. I have to do something to my phone. I knew there was something I'd forgotten to do. I have to put my battery onto my phone. Excuse me a moment. There. That's better. Ooh, that was lucky. I almost lost my live stream then. I almost lost it because my battery, the battery on my phone, does not last very long. So what I've done, I've plugged another battery into my phone to make it last longer. So that's what I've just done. Sorry about that. I knew there was something I'd forgotten. I was setting everything up just before I came on. And then I thought, I'm sure there is something I've forgotten to do. And there was. And the thing I'd forgotten to do was to put the big battery and connect it to my phone. I have a big power bank that I always carry with me when I'm doing my outside broadcasts. Oh, by the way, just before I started my live stream, someone came by and asked me some questions about what I was doing. And it turns out that he was staying in the same village as me. So just around the corner and down the hill, he is actually living in the same place. However, I didn't know who he was. I had no idea. I didn't recognize him at all. I am spending this strange time learning English and maths, says Sambao Cisco. Thank you very much for sending your message. So what are people doing at the moment? Larissa Lose says, I've just come back from work. And that is interesting because a lot of people are still working normally. For example, this morning, I noticed that my postman was still working. So we are still having postal deliveries around here. So we are still receiving letters through the post. So that is interesting that is carrying on as normal. So as far as postal deliveries are concerned, it is actually going on as normal. Vivian Chen. Hello, Vivian. A big hello from the United Kingdom. It is Mr. Duncan, that's me by the way, talking to you live from England. I hope you can see my image clearly now. I had a slight technical problem earlier because I forgot to plug my big power bank into the phone. So that's what happened earlier. I do apologize if the picture was a little bit shaky. In Italy, we are asked to stay at home and also work from home if possible. Thank you, Emmanuel. So is that what you are doing? Is that what you are doing at the moment? I am very lucky, I suppose. Well, first of all, I am very lucky because I love my job. I love doing this so much. I wish I could do this all the time. However, my life is busy, so quite often I have other things to do as well. Hello to Vivian again. Hello, Vivian Chen. It is my first time to watch you live, Vivian, in China. Hello to China. A big ni hao to you. I used to live in China. I lived in China for many years, teaching English as a second language. Da Juzes, microbiologist. Hello to Da Judez, microbiologist. Ooh, I bet a lot of people are asking for your advice at the moment. I am preparing to go shopping. I must wear a mask and carry with me something to keep my hands clean. Yes, that's a good idea. I have mine in my pocket right now. Would you like to see it? So yes, I have my special hand cleaner. There it is. I always carry this with me to keep my hands nice and clean. I am loving the sounds of nature all around me. So it doesn't get much more wild than I am now in the middle of the countryside. So here is the view that I tried to show you earlier when I moved my camera upwards. So there you can see above my head, you can see there are lots of trees. Fortunately, there's no wind today, so the wind isn't blowing at all. So everything is nice and calm, and the rain stopped. So even the rain has decided to stop for me. Isn't that nice? For those asking where I am now talking to you live from England. I am in the United Kingdom, England. We used to be part of Europe, but we're not anymore. Hello to Weeboo. Hello, Weeboo. Alex D sent me to you, and I think your lesson is very good. Thank you, Weeboo. Thank you very much. I know that there is a wonderful English teacher in Vietnam who does a lot of superb video lessons on YouTube called Alex D. And he is a very popular YouTuber in Vietnam. So yes, I know that he has been talking about me. In fact, if I remember rightly, if my information is correct, I believe that Alex D used to watch my video lessons. And that is how he became interested in teaching English. So maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's because of me that Alex D is now doing what he does. Hello also to Russia. We have Siberia here at the moment. What's it like there? Is it cold in Siberia at the moment? Do you have ghosts there? Thank you, Hak Lao. I believe you are also watching in Vietnam. You are very lucky, and also I'm very lucky, because here there are no ghosts. However, there are lots of animals all around me, watching me, wondering what I am doing. They are wondering, what is that strange man doing in the middle of the forest, talking to himself? What a weird man. Hello also to, oh, hello Sally, Sally Mahfood. It is really nice being in nature these days. Well, I was hoping today that I would be able to bring a little bit of nature into your lives, because I know many people at the moment are in their houses, they are not allowed to go out. In some countries, you need special paper. So you need a piece of paper, a special document to walk around. I believe that's happening now in France. So as I understand it, in France, you can't go outside unless you have special permission. So things are really getting quite serious at the moment with this current situation. We will be talking about words connected with what we were talking about yesterday. Can you remember? I will mention what we were talking about yesterday. We were talking about opposite words, and in my hand here, if I can get it out of my folder, here we go. We have lots of words here connected to being different. So yesterday we are going to talk about words connected to being different. So different things. Before then, this is something I'm going to do every time I come on. So remember, during these strange times, please remember that you should always look on the bright side. Look on the bright side. Look on the bright side. Think of all the nice things that are happening to you. Think of all the people that you can stay in touch with during this difficult time. So always try to look on the bright side. You can also make the best of a bad deal. So when things are not going well, maybe you are stuck at home, you can always find something to do. Maybe you can find a new hobby or a new interest, something to keep you busy during this time. Things will always get better. Every cloud has a silver lining. So even though things don't look good at the moment, even though things look bad, every cloud has a silver lining. Something good will come of this. Perhaps you could get in touch with friends who you haven't spoken to for a long time. Maybe this is a good opportunity to get in touch with people that you haven't spoken to. Maybe a friend you haven't spoken to. Every cloud has a silver lining. It really does, trust me. And of course, don't forget, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So during bad periods of time, when things seem bad, always remember there is light at the end of the tunnel. Always. And every time I come on, every special live stream that I do, I will mention those things because I think they are very important. What about you? Do you think they're important? Well, I do anyway. I think they're very important. It is always best to keep positive during this time. The last thing you want to do is get stressed. You don't need stress at the moment. What you need is to stay calm and relax. Yesterday, I was looking out of my window and I was watching, so it really did cheer me up. It made me feel quite happy. Hello, Belarusi. Internet connection is better. I'm sorry to hear that you've had some problems with your internet over the past few days. I'm sorry to hear that. So I'm glad to see you here today. Mika in Japan is here. Hi, Mika. Nice to see you here again. I believe with our imagination we can change bad situations to good ones. Yes. There is always something you can find. There is always something that you can do. Maybe something you've never tried before. Maybe something that you haven't done for a long time. And also, maybe, you can make a bad situation into a good situation. That's what I'm doing. So instead of sitting at home feeling sorry for myself, I am doing things that will keep me active. And this is one of those things. So there are many things that you can do. All you have to do is use your imagination. So here is a word that we said we were going to look at yesterday. I hope you can see it. The word is different. Different. So things that are different. So quite often, things that are different are not the same. So two things that we are looking at share nothing in common. So if you share something in common, you are similar. If you share many things in common, you are the same. But if you don't, you are different. A lot of people say that I'm different. They say, Mr. Duncan, we have never seen anyone like you on YouTube, especially English teachers. We've never seen English teachers like you before. Well, can I just say, I was the first ever English teacher on YouTube. I'm not joking, I was. I was the first ever English teacher on YouTube way back in 2006. Yes, 14 years ago. Nguyen Tran says he is live streaming in the forest so he doesn't get ill. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? There might be a squirrel nearby who is not feeling very well. Who knows? Maybe a bird will fly over and drop a rotten egg on my head. Rolfie says, are we going to have 14 days of lessons, Mr. Duncan? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. However, I will be with you tomorrow, don't forget. So I will be doing lots of special live streams. And also I will be doing my normal live streams as well. So Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, my normal live streams, 2 p.m. UK time. Hello, Palmyra. Nice to see you here as well. Maria says sometimes your connection goes away. Well, it might be because of my location. I will just see what is going on. I will just try to see if I can work out if my connection is good or not. I think I'm all right. It might be your connection, of course. Maybe your connection isn't very good. Who knows? Carlos, you are a great teacher, Mr. Duncan, and thanks for your free lessons. You are welcome. Don't forget, you can make donations, because during this strange time, I'm not working as I should be. So this is why I am doing more of these free lessons. So if you want to make a nice donation to help me along, so I can buy some more milk and maybe one roll of toilet paper. Just one. I don't want to be greedy. You can make a donation. The address is under this video. Nice to meet you, says Wong Fan. Hello to you as well. I have a feeling that you are in Vietnam as well. Hamidraza Karimi says, Mr. Duncan, why do you praise yourself? Well, sometimes you have to. Self-belief is the way you progress through life. You have to believe in what you are doing, whatever other people might think of you. I am so glad to have lessons every day, Mr. Duncan. Well, I'm not sure about every day. So I might have a little break on Saturday. So I might have a little break. How can we make a donation? Through PayPal? Yes, there is an address underneath this video, a link that will take you to my PayPal, because I'm doing all of this for free. What did YouTube look like 14 years ago? It was very different, very different. And that's what we're talking about today. We are talking about being different. So things that are different are things that are not the same. So you might say that YouTube in 2006 was very different from how it is today. YouTube today is very different. I remember way back in 2006 when I first saw YouTube, and it was only a few months old. So I was on YouTube when it was still new, a new thing. Isolation is not good for you. I agree. So sometimes being on your own can not be good for you. It might cause certain problems. However, sometimes you have no choice. And this is one of those times, I think. Apparently, Rosa says we have no cases here at the moment. Oh, that's good. That is very good news. Yes, you are a senior teacher on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Anish. It's very kind of you to say. Grace Chin is here. Hello to Grace. Hello today. Guess where I am? Can you guess where I am today? I am in the forest, surrounded by little furry creatures and feathery creatures. So the squirrels are furry and the birds are feathery. What do you do for a living, Mr. Duncan? Well, this is what I do for most of my time. I teach English. This is what I do for most of the time. I am also isolated in Malaysia, says Grace. Yes, I know that in Malaysia they've had a lot of new rules that have come into force over the past 24 hours. And of course, Malaysia is another country that I know very well. I've been to Malaysia many times. Nemo. Hello, Nemo. Are you the same Nemo from the Disney film? Hello, Mr. Duncan. Thank you for your video. I actually worry about this period in the UK. Please take care of yourself. Well, I am okay. I am one of the lucky ones because I live far away from other people. Very far away. So I'm not near any other people. There are only a few people living where I live. So I'm okay. I can keep myself far away from other people for as long as I want. Please be graceful under pressure. This is the great time that you can show yourself. I think so. Well, I think many people are really staying calm, like myself. So I'm staying very calm and very collected. The only person I know who isn't is Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve, he keeps getting a little bit excited about the current situation. I think so. He keeps watching the news all the time. And I said last night, I said, why do you keep watching the news? All it will do is make you feel unhappy. Ali Guillot says, hello, Mr. Duncan. I am new here, watching in Algeria. A big hello to Algeria from England. Yes, my name is Duncan, and I'm talking to you right now, live from England. I'm in the middle of a forest that isn't haunted. So don't worry, there are no ghosts here. Just lots of crazy squirrels. I wonder why people are stocking toilet paper, asks Vivian. Well, I think it is just part of human nature, just like the animals. In fact, that is one of the things I was doing yesterday. Yesterday when I was watching the birds in the garden, and they were very busily collecting food. And I suddenly realized, I thought, that is the same thing that we're doing. So animals always collect food. They have to do it every day. They have no choice. So I think it's very similar with human beings. I think it is the same with human beings. So when we think that something bad is coming, we normally protect ourselves. So one of the ways of protecting ourselves is to, well, first of all, we panic and then we buy things. Sometimes our behavior makes no sense. Sometimes our behavior makes no sense. Da Judex, microbiologist, says, can we see some of the birds in the background? I don't know. It sounds like someone is cutting down a tree. Did you hear that? Let's have a look. So there is the view above my head. You can see there are lots of trees above my head. But I'm not sure if we will be able to see any birds. I wonder if we can see any birds. So I will move the camera around and I will see if there are any birds around. I wonder. I am very curious to find out. Let's have a look, shall we? I'm going for a wander. Would you like to join me? It's very muddy here at the moment as well. The other thing, it's very muddy. Oh my goodness, the smell. Oh, the smell of the garlic. It is very strong. Shall I move the camera around slightly? And I will also move my microphone as well. So please excuse me, you might hear a loud noise. Wait there a moment. I will try to move my microphone. No, I can't. Okay, let's forget that. So there it is, the view where I live. you might be able to hear some people cutting down a tree. Maybe it is a tree that has fallen. Maybe there is a fallen tree, and that is what they are doing. I think so. Do 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 do. The garlic is stinking. It really is. Can I just say now, the garlic is very strong. It is going straight up my nose. I'm going to try something very brave now. I'm going to try and move somewhere else. Shall we try and move somewhere else? Okay, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to try and move my camera. So if I disappear for a few moments, please don't panic, all right? I haven't left you, but I'm now going to try and move the camera so we can get another view. Here we go. And I will try my best not to break my neck, because the mud is very thick and slippery. And to be honest with you, it's a little bit dangerous. It's quite dangerous walking here today, because we've had a lot of rain over the past 24 hours. And at the moment, things are very, very muddy. So there is another view. For those wondering what this is, my name is Mr. Duncan, and I teach English on YouTube. And today, I am outside taking a walk. That is what I'm doing. And you are very welcome to join me. Do, 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 do. So there is another view. Look at all the garlic. So all of the green that you can see there is actually garlic. All of it. It is everywhere. Please speak clearly and loudly so I can understand properly. Okay then, thank you. Thank you, Surabar Suman, who says, please speak clearly. Well, I'm speaking as clearly as I can. I am now starting to sound like David Attenborough here in the wild of Much Wenlock. We are exploring the great garlic fields. You can smell the aroma of the strong garlic scent. It is going straight up my nose. Very nice. Yes, the woods are lovely. I'm glad you are enjoying it. But where am I? Mr. Duncan, we can't see you. Where are you? Here I am. Hello. Did you miss me? So I will walk a little bit further. Sally says, wow, I really love the nature. Me too. I really love the nature from all my heart. And I wish someday to live in a place that is full of greenery. Well, Sally, as I always say, anything in life is possible. It really is. All you have to do is believe that it can happen. And then work very hard. Okay, let me just turn my camera around. So we are now moving, so I hope you can hear me still. So I'm moving my camera and I'm walking at the same time, which is not easy because during the night we had a lot of rain and everywhere is muddy. Okay, so the reason why I'm walking at the moment is because I'm going to show you another view, something else, something interesting, I hope. I hope the next thing you see will be interesting. If not, then... Okay, here we go. Right. Here is another view for you to look at. Oh, very different. So now we are in the open. We are in the open. We are outside, and you can see that the view here is very different. And if we look over there, you can see the forest that I was just walking through. So there is the forest where I was just walking, and here we are on the outside looking across the fields. So this particular field is one that I've shown many times. At the moment there is nothing growing in this field, but normally in the summer this field is normally full of corn, wheat, or sometimes rapeseed. So this field normally during the summertime has a lot of crop growing in it. It's very quiet now, even though there is a man somewhere cutting down a tree, making a lot of noise. We will walk a bit further because there's something else I want to show you. I have to be careful because the reason why I have to be careful is because it's very muddy and I am slipping all over the place. Well, this is a very strange live stream. For those who've just joined me, I'm Mr. Duncan and I'm doing a special live stream outside in the fresh air. Apparently, many people think that they have to stay indoors during this time, but of course you can go outside into your garden and have a little bit of fresh air, or maybe you can open the window, as long as you don't get too close to other people. You should be all right. Oh my goodness, it is so muddy round here. This is a very muddy place. Very muddy indeed. Oh dear. Oh. Wow. Muddy. So when we say muddy, we mean that the ground is wet and very soft. Wet and soft. So the ground is wet and soft. So you can see there that the ground is wet and very soft. We say that the ground is muddy. So at the moment, walking around here isn't easy because you could slip over, you could fall over because of the mud. And I can see that there are marks, there are footprints where it would appear that people have fallen over. So I think some people have actually fallen over on the mud. And that is what I'm trying not to do today. That's interesting. That is interesting. My phone is telling me that my battery is about to run out, but I don't think that's true. I don't think it's true at all. That's impossible. That is impossible. Thank you very much. Jamelia says, what a lovely voice you have, Mr. Duncan. Is it the BBC? No, it's definitely not the BBC. I don't think the BBC would ever allow me to appear on any of their programmes. I don't think so. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. It's making me feel very relaxed standing here. I must be honest with you. Okay, we will walk a little bit further because there's something I want to show you. Do. Walking along on a very cold day. It's making my feet go blue. Walking along on the muddy path. Would you like to join me too? Oh dear. It is very, very muddy here. Very muddy indeed. Let's have a look. What is happening? Do. Wow, look at that. Oh, we have another view now. I hope you are enjoying this very unusual live stream. So now we are looking at some of the countryside view. So you can see now that I'm not near any other people. There are no people anywhere nearby. So I am in the best place in the world. Mr. Duncan, are you going to talk about words connected to being different? Oh yes, of course. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. You're right. I'm sorry about that. I got very distracted. You know, this beautiful view often distracts me when I'm walking around. I sometimes forget what I'm supposed to be doing. So I apologize for that. So look at that. Isn't that nice? A very nice view looking into the distance. You might be able to hear some cars driving around. There are one or two cars still driving around on the road. Very nice. So we'll go a bit further. We are walking along and I am trying not to fall over on the mud. It is not easy. Let me just say, it is not easy standing upright, standing straight when you are carrying all of your camera equipment as well. It is not easy. Can I just say now? It is not easy at all. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will recognise this view because this area has featured in many of my video lessons. This place. So please excuse me for a moment while I find a nice comfortable place to stand because I am surrounded by mud. There is mud everywhere. Mud, glorious mud. Oh dear. So for those asking, I am in England and I'm in a place called Much Wenlock. The phone battery is now all right because I think there was a problem with it, but it would appear that the phone battery is now all right. The one thing I'm glad of, there is one thing I am very pleased about, and that's that I haven't fallen over. I'm very pleased about that. Oh, there I am. Hello there. Were you wondering where I had gone? Mr. Duncan, we can't see you. Are you okay? Yes, it is very muddy. There is mud everywhere. Behind me, you might be able to see all of the mud. Can you see it? Look at the mud. It's everywhere. There is mud everywhere. Look at that. So now you can see how bad the mud is. It is very wet. And if you're not careful, you can actually slip over. You can actually fall over and hurt yourself. So I will try my best not to hurt myself. So it's live English, something very unusual for these very unusual times. It's Mr. Duncan. That's me, by the way. There is mud everywhere, says Christine. You are right. There is so much mud around at the moment. I can't begin to tell you how much mud there is. I am surrounded by mud. There we go. Oh, that's better. That's nice. Oh, yes, I like that. Is that better? Are you enjoying the view? Is the view okay? Can you see me okay? Can you hear me all right? I hope so. Huang Vo Kwok says, you are a happy person. I can feel that. You are right. As I always say, life is too short to be unhappy. Or is it too long? Some people say that life is too long to be unhappy. Some people say that life is too short to be unhappy. Yes, my bag is open because I am supposed to be teaching English today. I'm supposed to be talking about words connected to different. So that's what I started to do. And then I got distracted by all of this. All of this behind me distracted me. I became very distracted. Distracted. If something distracts you, it means you lose your concentration. So you are supposed to be doing one thing. However, you become distracted. You start to look at other things. So yes, I suppose things can be different. So we can use the word different, things that are different. They are not the same as other things. You might have two things that are unalike. So two things that are unalike, they are not the same as each other. Two things are unalike. So maybe you buy two vases from a shop, but they don't look the same. So you can say that the vases or the plant pots are unalike. They are not the same. They don't have the same features. They don't have the same appearance. They are unalike. So you are stating that two things are not the same. They are not the same. As it says here on my piece of paper, not the same. So when we say that something is not the same, it means that it is different. It is not the same. It is different. It is unlike. And also you can describe two things as unalike. But of course, unlike means one thing is not the same as another. Mr. Duncan is different from Mr. Steve. That is true. That is very true. Mr. Duncan is different from Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve doesn't wear a cap, while Mr. Duncan does. That is true. There are many differences between Mr. Steve and myself. Mr. Steve is very conscientious. He always thinks about things around him. He is always worried about lots of different things. With me, I don't worry too much about things. So quite often I am very laid back, very relaxed. So even my character is very different from Mr. Steve's. Mr. Steve and myself have very different characters. You can say that we are not the same. We are very different. Very different. Ovgun, hello Ovgun Music. Hello, I haven't seen you for a long time. Welcome back. It's nice to see you again. You look great and healthy. Thank you very much. I feel great and healthy as well. So that is the important thing during these strange times. You have to keep yourself well, not only physically, but also mentally as well. So keep active. And when I say keep active, I mean keep your mind active. Keep your mind active. Dajudes, microbiologist, says Mr. Steve is bald. Why, Mr. Duncan? Well, we don't know about Mr. Duncan's head. Well, I'm losing my hair. My hair is slowly going. So because I'm getting older, I am slowly losing my hair. Ah, dear. It's what we call old age. Unfortunately, you can't avoid old age, apparently. However, there are ways to stay young, of course. You can have a young heart. You can have a young character. So you can still act young. You can still be young, even if you are getting older. It doesn't matter. Differing. Two things that are not alike, we can say they are differing. Differing. So this particular way of describing two things, you are saying that one thing is not the same as another. It is differing. They have differing opinions. So maybe one person agrees that people should stay at home. Maybe another person thinks people should be allowed to walk around in the public. So they have differing opinions. Their opinions are different. They are differing. Larissa, thank you, Larissa. You are so kind. You are not old, Mr. Duncan. Thank you very much. I really needed that lift today. I really did. You will not see any people walking here today. You won't see anyone walking around because most people are staying at home. However, I've decided to come outside and have a little walk to get some exercise. And of course, there are no people around here. No people around here at all. Let's have a look at another word. I have been here, wow, 1 hour and 4 minutes. I have been here. That's a long time. We can say that two things that are different are nothing like each other. They are nothing like each other. So two things that are not the same are nothing like each other. They are nothing like each other. So in this sense, the word like means same or similar. They are nothing like each other. They are not the same. They are different. Very different. Wrong Nguyen Kwok says, I am late today. Don't worry, it's fine by me. It's okay, as long as you are here. As I always say, it is better to be late than never. That's what I think. Hello to Tank. Hello, Tank. Nice to see you here today. It's Mr. Duncan. That's me, by the way, live from the countryside. Noemi. Oh, dear. Noemi, my son is getting bald. He is very young. But you are getting bald. But you are not because of your age. It is because of your testosterone. Ooh, 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 I like the sound of that. Apparently, I am so virile. I am so manly all of my hair is being pushed out from the top of my head because I have so much testosterone, apparently. Apparently, a lot of women. I don't know if there are any women out there. Do you like bald men? Do you? Do you like bald men? Some people enjoy bald men. Some ladies feel that bald men are very sexy. Ooh. So there is hope for Mr. Steve yet. There is hope for him yet. Pham Trong says you are very funny. Thank you very much. I do try my best to cheer everyone else up. I feel happy. I feel great. I feel glad to be here. So if you are bald, it means you have no hair. Or maybe you have cut your hair very short, like a monk. So when you see monks, quite often they will shave their head. They will shave all of the hair off their head. And they will be bald. Vrong Nguyen says, the bald man is very intelligent. Oh, okay then. Belarusia says, I love your bald head, Mr. Duncan. Thank you, Belarusia. I'm not completely bald. My hair is going in some places. So on the top of my head, my hair is starting to fall out. Maybe I've been using my brain too much. Maybe that's the reason why. Lucas says, I am really enjoying this live stream. Thank you, Lucas. Where are you watching at the moment? Are you somewhere nice? Are you somewhere pleasant? I hope so. Hak Lao says, I am a boy and I have long hair. Well, I remember growing up in the 1970s, and it was very common for young men to have long hair. So I remember in the 1970s, a long time ago, I know it's a long time ago, it sounds as if I'm talking about ancient history. The 1970s, such a long time ago. Lots of young men, lots of men had long hair. It was the fashion, you see. At the time, lots of men had long hair. It was the fashion at the time. Men had long hair. Nowadays, I think, well, maybe long hair isn't popular. I don't know. Oh, there is someone coming. There is someone coming along the path, and they are going to walk past me at any moment. Let me just put I want to put my file back in my bag, because someone is coming and they might ask some questions. They might ask what I'm doing. So thank you for your company today. I will be going soon because I'm getting cold. Hello to Kiss Rizvi. I am from India and it is my first time viewing you. Welcome. Thank you very much. Can you please say something about personality? Well, when we talk about personality, it is referring to a person's character. So the way they behave, the way they do things, maybe their manner, or the way they perform or control themselves. So when we talk about personality, it is basically your character. You are talking all about your character. So you might be a happy person, you might be a sad person, you might be a positive person or a negative person. So when we talk about personality, we are talking about the way you behave. I hope you are enjoying this. There is a little dog coming by. But
sorry.
Is he shy?
Yeah, but it's only a baby.
Ah, it's all right, don't worry.
Come on.
It's all right.
There's a good girl.
That's okay. It's okay. I think the little dog is very curious. There's a little dog. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Good girl. There's a good girl.
There's a little dog walking along. Oh, did you see that? Ooh, I was interacting with other people. Very nice. So yes, there is another person walking around besides me. There is a lady walking her dog. However, the dog was very shy. It looked very afraid because I think it's a very young dog. So the dog is a puppy dog. Isn't that nice? A very spontaneous moment of time. And there it is, you see. So that is the wonderful thing about doing something live. You never know what's going to happen next. So we were talking about personality. So when we say personality, we mean the kind of person someone is, their character, their personality, the way they carry themselves. You were engaged in conversation with the lady. Yes, it's true. The lady was, I think she was a little bit interested in what I was doing. And maybe the dog was a little afraid. So I think actually the dog was worried. It was wondering what I was doing. And now someone else is coming. There is another person coming behind me. Can you see them? And they are walking. Isn't this exciting? Oh, Mr. Duncan, we are seeing you with other people. And I hope they don't breathe all over me. I might have to stay far away from them. I might have to stay very far away from the people who are walking by. So let's see what happens. Just a moment. Let's see what happens. And that's the thing, you see. That's the thing you have to remember. Hello there.
Hi.
Stunted Esky. Stunted Esky, hello. Can you shout out tickle? I suppose I could. Tickle. Is that okay? Are you happy now? You are a legend, says Kurd Video Show. Thank you very much. Isn't that kind of you to say? And you have given me some little smiley faces with hearts instead of eyes. Very nice. The dog is like candy. Do you mean sweet? The dog is sweet like candy. That lady is not curious. No, I think she was a little bit afraid. I think so. She didn't say hello to me. So that's the reason why I said hello to her. Because I always like to be friendly. I don't know why. I always like to be friendly to people. So even if a stranger is walking by, I will always say, hello, hello, nice day. Isn't it a nice day today? It's a lovely day. Isn't it a nice day? Isn't it lovely? Do you think it will rain later? So I said hello to the lady, but I think she was a little bit afraid. I think she was afraid of me. Who knows? So I will be going soon because I am getting very cold. I have just realised that I can't feel my fingers. Hello, Tank. I love me. Do you? Well, I'm glad to hear that. I always think it's good if you love yourself. If you like yourself, then hopefully the world around you will feel the same way. Mika says, as they passed, I realised that the path is quite muddy. It is very muddy. It's very hard to walk on this mud all around me. Look at this. I will show you behind me. Look, can you see the mud? So all of that is mud. Look, I will show you. I will show you. I will actually show you the mud just to show you how bad it is. So wait there a moment. Let me just show you the mud. Here it is. Look. It is. Oh my. It's very muddy. Belarusia says, watching your live stream is like being on holiday in England. Thank you very much. I nearly fell over then. When I was demonstrating the mud, I nearly actually fell over, and that would have been very silly. It is common to greet unknown people. It is here. So if you live in the countryside, quite often you will say hello to people as you walk by. So here in the countryside, we will often speak to strangers. We will say, hello, good morning, morning, and that's it. So it is just a way of being pleasant. So you might not find that in the city. If you go to London and you say hello to strangers in the street, they will probably look at you and think, are you crazy? Why are you saying hello to me? What's happening? What? But here, if you say hello to someone in the street, they will smile and they will say, hello. Thank you very much for your company today. I've really enjoyed this. I hope you have enjoyed this as well. I think you should go back home now, says Dolly, because I think it is very cold. You are right, it is cold. It's freezing cold, in fact. It is very difficult to walk on mud. Definitely. The mud looks dangerous. Yes, it is. Hello to T. Lagia. This is my first time, Mr. Duncan. Is it really? Thank you, Lagia. It's nice to see you here today. I always give a round of applause to people who are joining me for the first time. Hooray! Okay, there we go. Thank you, Larissa. Thank you also, Palmyra. I will be going soon because I am absolutely freezing cold. I know you from Alex D, says T. Lagaria. Oh, I see. Okay, then. Yes, Alex D, a very well-known English teacher on YouTube who lives in Vietnam. Hello, Vietnam. Nice to see you here today. Is it warm where you are? I would imagine that the weather is better there than it is here because it's freezing here. I would love to be in Vietnam at the moment. It would be ever so nice. Hello, Mr. Duncan. It is my third time joining you. Thank you very much. Watch out, Mr. Duncan. You might slip over. Thank you, Flower, for that. Very kind of you to say. I enjoyed this very much, Mr. Duncan. Thank you. Thank you very much as well. They say that London is a very friendly place to be. I'm not sure about that. If you go around London, you might see that people are always in a hurry. They are always pushing other people out of the way. So sometimes London can be quite frightening. Quite a frightening place to be. So I think so. I think it can be quite scary, to be honest. Mr. Duncan, are you afraid of getting ill? I'm not afraid here because there are no people around. I'm not close to anyone except, well, those two people who just went by. But we didn't get very close to each other. We were at least 5 feet away from each other. So that's good. Many people in Vietnam are here too. But now I am living in Japan. Oh, hello, Dolly Dang. You are in Japan at the moment. Well, I do have a lot of viewers watching in Japan. Did you know that? As well as Vietnam as well. Kurd Video Show says you are very cute. Really? Could you please tell my mother that? Because my mother doesn't think so. Bye, Mr. Duncan, and bye, everybody. Bye, Rosa. Nice to see you here today. Maria is going. Also, Christine is going as well. Thank you very much for your company. I know that in some countries it is very late at the moment. Have you ever been to Vietnam? No, I haven't. I've never been to Vietnam ever. I've been near Vietnam, but I've never been to Vietnam myself, personally. Maybe one day, who knows? Perhaps one day I will go to Vietnam and I will meet Alex D. And maybe we can do an English lesson together. Imagine that. That would be quite exciting, actually. I suddenly feel quite excited about doing that. What a good idea. Where are you now, Mr. Duncan? I am now in England. I'm standing in a field, surrounded by nature, surrounded by trees, fields, and also I'm being watched by you as well. I'm in a place called Much Wenlock, which is in England, a beautiful rural part of the country. Very nice. I will be back with you tomorrow. Don't forget, normal time, 2 p.m. UK time, Friday. I will be here. Tomorrow, I will be here, 2 p.m. UK time. So don't worry. I am back with you tomorrow and I will be in my nice warm studio. So tomorrow I will be in the studio, staying nice and warm. Bye Vittoro, bye Belarusia, see you later, have a good day, it's time for me to go away. Thank you for everything you are doing, and please take care of yourself. Thank you very much to Sweetness, Rolfie, Grace, Berlim for you. Oh, hello Berlim. I didn't see you here. I didn't notice you on the live chat. Welcome back as well. Bye, Mr. Duncan. Bye, Hailey Kwang. Bye also to Quen T. Bye also to Trum. Bye RHS. And also bye to Milton. See you later. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow. 2 p.m. UK time is when I am here. Ooh. Ooh. It sounds like a helicopter is coming towards me. Ooh. 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 Have a wonderful day, dear teacher. Thank you, Sweetness. Thank you very much for your company today. I've really enjoyed it, actually. I've really enjoyed today's live stream, and I hope you have as well. See you later, and of course, please take care of yourself. Don't forget to wash your hands regularly. When I go back home, I will wash my hands, and then I will have a cup of tea. And I hope you will have something nice to drink as well. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English, asking you to give me a nice thumbs up. And I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. UK time. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English, once again saying, see you later, take care, stay healthy, stay happy, keep doing something. There is no need to feel alone. You can always join me on my live streams, and I will be back with you tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time. And of course, until the next time we meet here on YouTube, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Until tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time. Ta-ta for now.